had to take the phone down because that's where I keep most of my ideas. It's very annoying. But I went through the phone list of things and nothing fit for this song. So I listened back to the whole bit that I decided I'm going to keep, and I wrote theme words for the music, something that was what it felt like. And I felt it was wistful, anticipation, and maybe repair. It's kind of waiting for repair to happen. And I started thinking about an argument, as you do. Thanks, negative aspects of my brain. And I was thinking about the ba-da-bee, ba-da-boo, ba-doo, do-do-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, something like that. And I wanted to make it really simple, obviously single syllable, close to it, spacious, lyric. And I just started writing about why arguments happen. It's kind of meta. And that's because this will be chorus, it'll be summary, it needs to elucidate, right? So I don't have the specifics yet. I want to talk about the general. I want to talk about the theme. I want to talk about what the story is about. So I said, because it's about how we communicate, right? And that hopefulness you have that you're not truly screwing things up, right? When you argue. Because arguments are natural. Failing to confront or always agree or a leader-follower isn't what my relationship, or hopefully most of your relationships are. And so what I was writing should be relatable because of the human condition. And so I wrote, you just be who you are, I'll be me. And that's the first summary statement. It's just, there's no floweriness to that. It's just direct. We accept who we are. I accept you, you accept me. I mean, it's kind of also aggressive. And I like that. I like the cut and driedness to it. It's not pulling any punches. And that's kind of self-referential. There are times that we'll need time. And I think it might work. I'm not sure about that last bit. There are times that we need time. Something like that. That second something like that. So we're going 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's going to be 4 bars, of course. Work on the start. Well, let's talk about the specifics of the argument. We should brainstorm before we get that first lyric, actually. It's about arguing about what you think you've heard, what you think you've agreed, what you think you've heard, what you thought you thought agreed, and going hung out to dry, clear, good intentions, and not play. In fact, work for someone, play for someone else. It's not meet in the middle. It's that going out on a limb and somehow still, after all this time, exposed. It's almost like you're asking for a certain level of consideration you know they can never give you. I reckon that idea at the end of second verse, because it sets up, you got the first scene, kind of tropic, it's got a tropic, it sets the tone, and the second one is kind of the same but explanation, a depth of that, and then it kind of says, last line of that verse has to kind of set up why this chorus. So let's call the poetic conceit that the second verse, well, it's not poetic, it's more like lyrical conceit. The first verse also sets up that simple chorus idea. We need to have a little twist about the you just be who you are, I'll be me. There are times that will need time. So it kind of has to end in misunderstanding, because the end of second verse sets up for understanding from this. Okay, so I know this is quite meta. All right, misunderstanding. And the misunderstanding then has to kind of contradict the next line, which is you just be who you are. Contradicts. So it's kind of like talking about a mask or an act, or something that reveals revelation, or it's a game or a play or an, to be specific, what you're asking is a disingenuous agreement. I think that's the secret. Disingenuous agreement. You're kind of lying to me by saying yes. Okay, so if you can get that into the end of the first verse, then we set the second up. Asking for a level of consideration you're going to have, or it's not consideration, it could be empathy, sympathy. It's funny, you always talk about the same things. You know, that this is what you want and this is what they want. All right? And so but we can't do it. We can't hear it. We can't understand it. It's almost like a miscommunication, clear miscommunication or misunderstanding, a clear misunderstanding of what I need, despite telling straight. Because the reason, because emotional overload. So that's guilt. You can't hear what I'm saying. Buzzing in ears. So, okay, so that could happen in the first verse if you set it up right. So you're kind of not explaining yourself, but you say the words buzz in your ears and you don't hear, so you agree. And that's the end of verse 1. So end of verse 2, because we've got to set the scene in each of these, but we're kind of making the action lead us to the chorus, right? So I expected you'd remember. What am I trying to say? This is just me. It's essentially what I need to say. Or actually, do anything for you. You just got to work with me. Okay, so whatever that is, I do any. No, it's not work. She's happy to do the work. Because it's like a game or playing a game or strategy. This is getting a bit hard to do, isn't it? But I think it's the right thing, right choice to make. I think thematically, I think it's worth persevering with. I want to see this in a metaphorical way. It's visual, I guess. You keep dreaming in dollhouses, I dream in stone. And I think that's the idea to set that up. It's a mismatch. I dream in stone. I work in stone. I work in stone. Work on stone. Shape stone. Build with stone. I build with stone. You keep dreaming dollhouses, I build with stone. Okay, so I think that's the general gist. It's going to take a lot of work. It's obviously not flowing very freely today, but I think I'll bring it all together in the next video. What will I make it? Quite long videos. That'll be 4 after that one. 5th. Oy. All right, well, go with the process. All right, see you later.